Hi, this is my review of critical fails, fail outcomes for GMs and players. This is a set of tables to determine what happens when you roll a critical fail, when you roll a 1. This is for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but it's very easy to adapt this to any D20 based system. You can purchase this in DriveThru RPG, but I recommend that you visit the Nord Games store first. The links will be in the description below, because you can obtain it in different formats there. You can get this as a deck of cards or as a PDF booklet, and you obtain Nord points when you make your purchases there. Now let's talk about the quality. The quality is great. Everything is well written and explained. The tables are well organized. The layout, the graphic design looks appropriate for the theme. You have this sort of like stain. It could be blood, it could be some other fluid on the pages. And you have hyperlinks for each of the different tables that you roll. So you only need to click on the table depending on your roll to take you to that set of results. The item that I am going to be reviewing is going to be the PDF booklet, and when you purchase this, you also obtain a printer-friendly version. So the quality overall is excellent. Now let's talk about the contents. First, you have instructions on how to use this set of tables. When a natural 1 is rolled on an attack by the game master or a player, you roll a d100 to select a table. Each table has 4 entries for different attack types: melee, range, natural, that is for attacks with limbs, bites, etc., and magic. Each table also has a severity level in the left hand column. You have awkward, embarrassing, shameful, or disgraceful. It is recommended that you only use awkward results at level 1. You can simply have the d100 roll to limit the result. Embarrassing results are appropriate for level 5, shameful from level 9 and onwards, up to level 13, which is appropriate for disgraceful. But of course, if you want, you can choose to play with all of the tables since level 1 or from level 1 onwards. These tables are intended to add some extra flavor and storytelling to critical misses. Most effects are short term, but where an endpoint is not specified, it is up to the game master how to end the effect, even if it can be ended at all. Indeed, setting out to do so could be the seed of an adventure in itself. If a save is allowed to avoid an ongoing effect, the player character or creature can repeat this save at the end of each of their turns for free. If an effect would not make sense or does not apply in the specific situation, you simply roll again, or ignore it for speed of play. Now let's talk about some of these tables. Maybe the roll resulted in table 5. If it's a melee attack that you used and you failed at it, you swing wide. Your target may make an opportunity attack against you. Maybe you were using a ranged weapon. In such case, you obtain not so stealthy. If you were hiding, your target sees you. Maybe you were using a natural weapon. You obtain the result of step on it. If you have a tail, you take 1d4 of damage. Maybe your attack was magical, so you obtain the result of off we go. You teleport 10 feet in any direction randomly determined by the game master. Maybe you roll on table 14. If you are using a melee weapon, maybe you obtained voided warranty. Your weapon's damage is reduced by 1/4. Maybe you were using a ranged weapon, in which case you obtain hesitation. You lose your bonus action on your next turn. Maybe you were using a natural weapon. This is cramp. You take 1d4 penalty to your next 2 attacks. Maybe you were using a magical attack. Then it results in loud noises. If this attack deals thunder damage, your voice is amplified for 3 times its normal volume for 1d4 hours. Maybe you rolled table 31. If you were using a melee weapon, maybe the result is sidestepped. You swap places with the target and make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, you fall prone. If you are using a ranged weapon, your stance is off. You make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, you take 1d6 penalty to your next ranged attack roll. If you are using a natural weapon, you get tender. You take a 1d6 penalty to your next attack roll. If you are using a magical attack, you obtain drawing a blank. You make a DC 14 saving throw with your spellcasting ability. On a failed save, you are unable to cast this spell again until you finish a short rest. And these are just some of the results that you can obtain. There are 50 tables in total. So what do I think of critical fails? I think this is an excellent tool to add some flavor and some mechanical nuances to your fumbles and critical misses. They truly add a lot of color to what would otherwise be an embarrassing moment with some mechanical effects, but here you have things that could also affect situations, actions after the battle, like in the case of what I read of the voice that kept sounding quite loud. So if you are carrying out a stealth sort of operation or mission, maybe your thundering voice is heard throughout that section of the adventure site, and now you have been revealed. The enemy knows that you are inside of that fortress, dungeon, mansion, etc. So I highly recommend that you get these critical fails tables. If you want to see similar products, please check out the playlist in the description below. Thank you for watching this review, and thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending right through RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.